Hey guys, Ben at ProFixer here, and today I'll be giving an inside look at the iPhone XR. The iPhone XR is kind of Apple's economy device in their iPhone X lineup. The iPhone X, XS, and XS Max all use an OLED screen, have a sandwich type motherboard design, as well they have like a dual cell battery. The iPhone XR, however, has a standard battery like all the other previous generations, has a standard motherboard design, and actually uses an LCD versus the higher end OLED. Despite all of that, it does have Face ID and no longer has a home button, so it does feel pretty premium despite being Apple's economy device. So today I'll walk you through a screen repair on the iPhone XR. Let's check it out. This particular iPhone XR that we're working on today has a bad LCD, but the touch does still work, which makes it easy to safely power off the device. Once powered down, we can remove the two bottom pentalobe screws. Once those are removed, work your way carefully around the edges. You'll need a pretty slim tool to keep from scratching the housing. I like to use a razor blade. The screen should be separating some from the housing at this point. Go ahead and fully separate it. There's a few brackets that still need to be removed before you can disconnect the screen. They're held on by a few screws each. You'll need a super small Y-shaped screwdriver to do this, except for one, which Apple decided should be Phillips. It's up near the top bracket and is very small. Be careful not to lose it. As long as your battery is disconnected, it's safe to unplug the screen and ear speaker. Here you see the gummy perimeter adhesive that Apple uses to add some water resistance to the phone. Go ahead and remove this from the bezel. You'll be adding more later. Here you can see the two front cameras which are used for Face ID, as well the single cell battery along with the traditionally shaped logic board. On the back, there's a 12 megapixel single rear camera. The new screen conveniently comes with a backplate pre-installed, making this repair even easier. The bottom flexes have been, for the most part, properly placed. If any of the flexes are in the wrong order, carefully order them properly. It's easy to do and only takes a second. On mine, I had to slide a flex out and back over another so it matched the original screen that came off the device. Here you can see that they now look exactly the same. The top of the screen holds the delicate Face ID sensors. These, if broken, cannot be replaced except through Apple, so be careful. Once all the screws are removed, carefully lift the sensors from off the screen. This can be a little difficult, but with a little bit of patience, they come out just fine. Carefully inspect the flex cables and check for any tears or damage. Then compare your replacement screen and the original to make sure that they have the same brackets. If they don't, move them over, as you'll need them to line up the sensors properly. Carefully place the Face ID sensors into the new screen. Remember, take your time, this isn't a race. Put all the screws back to secure the Face ID sensors. It's always a good idea to test the new screen when all the sensors have been transferred over before final assembly. This allows you to make any adjustments if needed. Hopefully at this point your device is still powering up. Go to a white screen and check for any blemishes or light spots. Also leave this protective cover on during the repair. It'll keep the screen from getting scratched on your workbench. Power off the device and unplug the battery before disconnecting any other flexes. If not, you might cause logic board damage, which isn't good. Grab your new perimeter adhesive and carefully place it on the bezel. This is kind of a one-shot thing. You can't really peel it up and realign, so take your time. Using the back end of your tweezers, press the adhesive into the bezel to ensure it sticks well. Inspect it to ensure it's well placed. Carefully peel the blue layer to reveal the gummy adhesive. Go slowly and make sure it doesn't peel any of your new adhesive up. You're on the last few steps. Plug in all the flexes. I normally start at the top and end with the battery at the bottom. Add your brackets one at a time by securing them with screws. Just like flexes, I start at the top and end with the battery at the bottom. Placing the brackets and screws can sometimes be a little awkward to do as the screen is still semi-loose. Take your time. Double check all your screws and brackets to make sure they're tight. As long as everything looks good, go ahead and power up and test the phone. Turn it off and place the top of the screen into the bezel carefully and then work your way down. Check all the sides to make sure it's sitting flush. If it is, go ahead and put the two pentalobe screws and remove the protective film. At this point, your device is ready to use. Great job, you just repaired an iPhone XR. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If not, the dislike button seems to work okay too. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button. Come hang out with us on Facebook and Instagram. The links are in the description below, along with all the parts and tools that I used in this video. I'll see y'all later.